Okay, good morning, everybody. So we are going to get started. I want to welcome you to virtual learning in math class. I'm really excited to move forward and to start teaching you all again and to talk to you all. I hope you are all safe and healthy. Again, I'm just really excited to move forward and learn this new way of teaching and learning math online. In this presentation, we are going to talk about how we will get assignments, grades, and updates, how we will use Zoom, the virtual learning expectations, what the weekly schedule will look like, how you can access all of this information, and how you can contact me. Okay, so how will we get assignments, grades, and updates? So every Monday, I am going to post the lessons and assignments for the week in my MCPS classroom. Those lessons are going to be pre-recorded for you to watch at your own pace, so you can get started whenever you want on it. You can work on it as you have time to work on it, so you can watch it whenever you want and get it done. But whatever I post on Monday will all be due by Sunday, so you'll have a whole week in order to get done whatever I posted on Monday. The lessons that I post on Monday are going to have a video for you to watch to explain everything that you need to know and to teach it to you. There'll be practice and there'll be a graded assignment for you to work on. Okay, if you have any questions about anything that you're working on, the assignments or the video or the practice, you can email me with any questions you have, or you can visit me during the office hours, which we will talk about in a little bit. In the Google form, some of you are asking about how you will check your grades. You can still check your grades as you normally would, and I recommend you doing that, especially because you're going to have 2 extra weeks to bring your grades up for marking period 3, so you can still check your grades and see what those are for all of your classes, the way that you normally would through my MCPS portal. And then every week I'm going to send out an announcement to give you any updates from math class on assignments or Zoom or anything like that. So make sure you're checking your email regularly to see those updates, and also checking my MCPS classroom. Okay, so how will we be using Zoom? The main purpose of Zoom is to answer any questions that you have about what you're working on during the week. And like I said, this will be done during office hours. Office hours are going to be through Zoom. You'd have to log in at the time that you are assigned to in order to check in with me, and we can talk about anything that you're confused with or need help with or anything like that. On Tuesday and Thursday, the office hours will only be for periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you're in periods 1, 2, 3, or 4, Tuesday and Thursday is when you are going to check in with me to see if you have any questions or if you need help with anything. On Wednesday and Friday, that's only for period 6 to check in with me. And there's also a time on Wednesday and Friday that's just called teacher check-in, and that's open to anyone. So if you're in period 1 and you missed the period 1 meeting time, you can come in during the teacher check-in on Wednesday or Friday to get help as well. And you would sign in the same way you did today to get to Zoom and to get to this meeting. So when you enter, just like today, your videos and microphones will be off. That's an automatic when you enter thing that will happen. You have the option to turn your video on, but you have to do that. I cannot do that. If you do not want to turn your video on, you do not have to turn your video on. And the reason the microphones are off is because if there's a whole bunch of you in here and all of your microphones are on, sometimes that's a lot of background noise and you can hear echoes. So they are all off. If you have a question, there's a button that says raise your hand. You would press that, and then that tells me that you have a question to ask, and I can unmute your mic so you can share your question. Okay, so virtual learning expectations. Virtual learning classroom rules. So respect others. Kindness is key. Pay attention to what you post and make sure it's appropriate. Once you post something online, it does not go away. So make sure you're being respectful and you're being appropriate with what you post online. Be a good digital citizen. Understand that this is a new process for everyone, so please be patient. I am still learning how to go about this whole teaching through the internet and all these different programs, and you guys are still learning about how to access all of this new technology. So just be patient as we go through and we learn this together, and just try your best. Being a good digital citizen, you use technology appropriately, respect yourselves and others. You do your best to keep up with the work schedule, so you have a whole week for most of your classes to get this done, so make sure you're taking that time and organizing all of that so you're keeping up with the 7 classes that you have. Stand up to cyberbullies. Communicate professionally when having difficulties, so make sure you're being very clear with me when you're emailing, and you're being respectful as well. And then protect private information. So don't put your information out there, don't put anyone else's information out there. Make sure you are protecting all of that information. Okay, so this is what the general weekly schedule will look like. On Monday, this is when I said the lessons and assignments for the week are going to be uploaded. We talked about this already. It's going to be pre-recorded for you to watch. All the assignments are due by Sunday, and if you have any questions, you can contact me through email. Okay, that's all on Monday. Tuesday are office hours for periods 1 through 4. So in the morning, the expectation is that between 8 and 12, you are working on class assignments, and that can be for any class. Okay, and then in the afternoon, 12:45 to 4:15, those are office hours. So the meeting times for periods is only periods 1 through 4. For periods 1, you can sign into Zoom to talk to me between 12:45 and 1:30. For periods 2, it's 1:40 to 2:25. For period 3, it's 2:35 to 3:20. And for periods 4, it's 3:30 to 4:15. So these are the times for you to sign into Zoom to check in with me if you have any questions. On Wednesday, that's when period 6 can check in with me. Same thing, morning time, you should be working on your assignments 8 to 12. And in the afternoon, that's when you can check in with me live on Zoom to ask any questions that you have. And period 6, your meeting time is 1:40 to 2:25. And for anyone in periods 1 through 4 that may have missed that time, teacher check-in time that are open to anyone is 3:30 to 4:15. And then it repeats again Thursday, periods 1 through 4, you have another time, another opportunity to meet with me if you have any questions. And then Friday, same thing, working in the morning, period 6 can check in with me or have a teacher check in. Okay, April 6th through the 8th, what the lessons will look like. So that's next week on Monday. You'll get a review video. It's going to be on one-step equations and one assignment. And it's going to be a quizzes. So you should have gotten that assignment on April 6th, and that's going to be a quarter 3 grade. So that's an opportunity for you to bring up your grades. April 14th to the 17th, that's the week after that, you'll get a new video that's going to teach you something new. There'll be a practice with that and an assignment, and that'll also be a quarter 3 grade. Okay, so there are 2 assignments in 2 weeks' time for you to bring up your quarter 3 grade. Okay, and I will update my MCPS calendar with assignment updates and any information that you need to know about math class. Okay, where can you access all of this? So all of this can be accessed in my MCPS classroom. Okay, if you go to my MCPS classroom over here, this is when you click on assignments, you'll click on modules or grades to check in with anything that you need or information that you need to check on. I updated the home page, so there's a welcome sign, and then down here, these are a couple of buttons for you to click on. So this is the new button, so if you want to look at any old Math 6 packets, they're there. Here, this is a Math 6 online learning guide, so it goes over all of the information I went over in this presentation. It'll have the weekly schedule, it'll have the Zoom meeting code and password, and the Google Slides for this presentation with the recording. If you're having trouble accessing a Zoom account, these are how-to steps to create a Zoom account. And then over here, these are updates. So it'll things for you to do. It'll have announcements on there, calendar updates, and assignment due dates will also appear over here for you. Okay, how can you contact me? So this is my email, my Gmail, the Zoom meeting ID. It'll always be the same. It'll never change. You'll join a meeting with this code, and then this will be the password. Make sure the M and the H are capitalized. Okay? And all of this is in MyMCPS Classroom under the online learning guide. Okay? If you have any questions, you can email me them or come to any Zoom meeting office hours. So again, any questions? Let me know. If, oops. Or come to the office hours. All right, cool guys, I'm excited. Kind of, yes, excited. We will get through this together, we'll figure it out. If you have any troubles, let me know.